are some heroes. And heroic doesn't mean without fear. It means in spite of fear. Those are the guys I want to remember. Those are the guys I want you to know about.
It's a brotherhood in a way. A brotherhood of pain, a brotherhood of war, a brotherhood of knowledge.
Terry Howard Fernanga, Alan Edward Furr, Charles Lee Goss, Danielle Goodman, David Allen Oakley, Doc Decker, Terry Howard Fernanga, Anthony Perez, David Allen Oakley, Louis.
Thank you for joining me on this Memorial Day. I wanted to share a short interview with Laura Varela, filmmaker. As long as I can remember, American Veteranos, 3 veterans who, through their artwork, have sought to heal themselves from the trauma of war.
My mom had taught me about thou shalt not kill and all this stuff, man. I had broken what I was taught, and it just made me sick. And the guys that had been there for a while, they just laughed and they said, "Oh shit, you get used to it." I thought to myself, no way in hell. And the sad part about it, I did.
I really got to know Laura when I moved to San Antonio to do a film festival at the Guadalupe Theater in San Antonio, Texas.
I remember sitting with you in San Antonio and you were talking about this film, and that was at the start of the war.
Yeah, that's when we started. Around 2003.
Yeah.
The film is going to have a national for American Public Television. It's going to be available to the local PBS stations everywhere. A lot of family members do appreciate a lot of the work, are grateful to see their stories reflected upon the screen. And young veterans are also happy that somebody cares enough about veterans in general.
The challenges that our veterans are facing when they come home: lack of housing, lack of appropriate medical and mental health support, and for many women in the military, they must also recover from sexual abuse. So we're just going to take a listen now, as long as I can remember, American Veteranos.
Not my war. It was not my people's war. It was not America's war.
Rasguños de la vida. Y el jale es como le digo, rasguño de las vidas. In order for me to go ahead and put my energy as far as what I'm feeling, I usually do this. You see? I'm not real big in Vietnam and the idea of how great everything was. No, it wasn't great, you know? It sucked, man. Just think about it. You're getting paid to kill somebody. You know, think about that. You're killing somebody.
And unfortunately, more soldiers have committed suicide than were killed in the last 10 years of war.
Veterans don't really talk to the war to non-veterans. Like with PTSD, we realize that it never really goes away. It never gets treated. And I think a lot of them really want to make sure that the new incoming batch is getting the veterans the treatment that they need, which we all know that is, you know, many of them are, but also they're still lacking with mental health care. If I can maybe help organize around that with my film screenings, I would be really happy.
That's important, especially for the young veterans who are coming home.
Examples of how to heal. How to heal as humans from the tragedy of war. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you so much, Laura, for sharing more with us about your film, As Long as I Can Remember, American Veteranos. A look at how post-traumatic stress disorder can be transformed. There are processes that can help people resolve the trauma, embrace life again, and I felt that this film was very inspiring in that respect. Stop by her website and you can find out where the film is screening, varelafilm.org. And Laura Varela, so good to be in touch again with you. Thank you for joining me.